Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to do a little bit of floor work. We're going to start with the alternate nostril breath. I normally like to do this halfway through the practice or near the end when the body is actually physically opened up, but it is a nice way to actually help ground your energy and ground the mind and bring the brain back into balance if you've had a busy day already. So let's get to it. So left or right hand, whichever you prefer. We're going to be closing one nostril at a time. So thumb and pointer finger if that works, or even using your thumb like a little cork over the opening of the nose and resting one or two fingers between the eyebrows. Let's start. Close down the eyes. Close the right nostril and inhale left. Close the left, exhale right. In through the right side and out through the left. In through the left and out through the right. In through the right, out left. In left, out right. In through the right, out through the left. That's 3 rounds. We'll do a few more. In left, out right, in through the right, out left. Now just go at your own speed. You can slow it down. And one more each side. We'll finish breathing out the left side. When you arrive at that left side, release the hand, eyes remain closed. Just observing the breath, observing the body. Shoulders, face, the hands, the feet are soft. Take a deep breath in through the nose, side out through the mouth, make a ha sound. Roll the shoulders forward and back, blink open the eyes. Welcome back. Just notice how that feels and resonates in the body. So we're going to lift the arms up, lift up, breathe in. Even interlace your fingers, push them up. Exhale to the right. Look down with the head. Nice deep breath in. And out. One more. In. Out. Inhale up and over to the left. Looking down. Take a deep breath in. And out. One more. Come up, breathe in. This time bring the right hand down and stretch deeper. Left arm by the ear or go further. That right elbow, maybe it can bend. Take some breath. Even stretch that left arm further. One more. Inhale up, breathe in. Over the other side, left hand down, right arm, stretch it out, keep breathing. Maybe that bottom elbow bends. 2 more. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale, bring both arms down, roll the shoulders again. Awesome. And then just roll forward onto hands and knees. Do some cat-cows. So as you breathe in, we're going to dip the spine down, arch it, look up with the head. And exhale, tuck the head down, lift the spine, dome it to the ceiling, push the hands deeper into the floor. Shoulders, you should feel them work. Inhale, arch down, look up. Exhale, lift and dome the spine. Push the hands, drop the head. 1 more. Breathe in, drop it down the spine. Exhale, lift it up. Tuck your toes, lift the hips, downward dog, pedal through the heels. Step the hands further away. Feet can be wide apart, hands can be wide apart. Feeling that through the calves, lower legs, head can be heavy. Take some breath in and out through the nose. Feel through the shape, feel through the body. Awareness of the physical, even just noticing what the mind and emotions are doing. Is there stuff rising up into your awareness? Is it dropping away easily? Stay in the physical, stay in the breath. That will help, in a sense, distract the mind, distract those emotional content that comes up. And slowly come back to knees. If you can, tuck your toes, sit back on the heels, or even having something between the hips and the heels, glutes and heels. Move the head, chin across the front of the chest, side to side. Looking up, rotating side to side. And even dropping the head, ear to one shoulder. And the other way. Come back to center. Palms go down, toes can release. Fingers are spread. Bring them close to your knees, the palms, and just do some gentle warm-ups of the wrists. Circling. The other way as well. And then turn the wrists forward, so the fingers are turning around as far as you can. Lean back, take some breath. Lean forward, spin the fingers. Awesome. Sit back again, maybe the feet are flat or toes are tucked. Maybe you're up on the knees. Gently roll the wrist. And then just dropping down into a child's pose. So the head, maybe it's resting with the elbows digging in into the palms. Maybe you can get the head to the floor, arms tucked under, sort of medium way, head resting on fists. You find your shape. Take some breath in and out. Try to expand the back of the body where you've got that compression in the front of the body right now. So getting the lungs in the back. Lifted, expanded. As you release the breath, that gentle drawing in. One more. Hands under shoulders, gently push up. Coming into a lunge. So you can start back on the knees. We're going to step the right foot forward. If you have a block or a table, coffee table, couch, wall, just have that to support for balance. Otherwise you can be balancing like I am. Maybe you could even tuck the back toe. And with that, I gently shift the knee further back. And my front foot, I walk a bit wider, and that just creates space between that back knee. Take some breath here. So I'm supporting myself on that front knee, even lifting the opposite arm. So left arm lifts if the right leg is forward. You feel that all the way through here. Even holding the head. So you bend the elbow, hold the head, and lean to your right a little. Lift the elbow up to the ceiling. And then slowly lower the hands on the inside of that foot, hands coming down. Awesome. Maybe you can push back with the hips and lift the front toe. Hamstring stretch, knee can be bent. Hands inside, or maybe framing that leg. I'm folded forward. Some people will push their hips further back. Some will have to be upright. So work what works for you. Hold and breathe. Slowly come forward, walk forward, bend in that front knee. We'll step back to plank. So push the hands down, lift the back knee, right foot goes back. That's it. Lower the knees, walk your hands back. Left leg, bring that forward. Come into a lunge. Awesome. Left foot is forward. Maybe you can walk it wider. You can lean forward. I've tucked my back toe so I can slide my knee further back. Hanging out here, resting the hand, left knee. Maybe you can raise the right arm. Awesome. Bending the elbow, holding your head, and lean to the left. Breathing here, so creating more space in that right rib cage as that right elbow pushes up to the ceiling. So creating pockets of space, opening up tissue, getting blood flow moving, releasing tension. Also focusing the mind, getting the mind focused on one point, the breath, the body. Bring the hands down, push the hips back. We're going to come into half splits, half Hanuman. Front toes lift, left leg can be bent. Maybe you're folding further forward, maybe you're more upright. Breathing here. And then just slowly walking forward. If you can, lift the back knee, so runner's lunge. Hands push down to step that left foot back. Plank position, knees lower, elbows bend. We're dropping down to lift up into a Sphinx. So elbows down, forearms can push into the floor. Letting the shoulders even pull away from the ears as you push those elbows deeper into the ground. Wriggle the hips if you need. Take some breath. If you want to lift higher, hands can push down, up into seal, elbows lift. You'll squeeze the glutes more to protect the back. Breathing here, be mindful of your body. Shoulders again can pull away from the ears. Tucking the toes can add just that little bit more intensity. And then lower down, crocodile pose. Elbows go wide, rest the forehead on the fingers. Take some deep breaths into the belly. Work that diaphragm. And then we're just going to roll onto our backs. So just gently find your way over onto your back. allow the body to rest flat. We're going to work into what's called happy baby, sort of like a stirrup pose, sort of like you're sitting on a horse, upside down. So if you bring your knees in, and the knees are going to bend, and they're trying to take your feet to the ceiling. So again, that's kind of like how you would sit in a horse, in a way. Some of you might just be able to grab the back of the knees and pull those knees down towards the body, and you'll feel the hips may lift. Maybe that's enough for you. Some of you will be able to grab the shins and pull that way. Again, the tail lifts. You might be feeling it in the inner thigh, the groin. Maybe you're feeling compression in the thighs themselves. Some of you will also get a bit of a stretch happening too. And so I've grabbed my feet. So again, holding my feet, my legs are wide. I rock a little bit side to side. For me, I try to get my lower back down to the floor. Everyone's joints and that are different, so you'll be able to get a slightly different picture and different position than I can. So from here, again, I'm feeling it on the inner thigh. I'm feeling the top of the thighs get compressed. I'm even pushing my feet up as I pull my hands down, and that creates even more contraction around the quads, a little bit of hamstring too, and inner thigh. If you want, you can try to create a wide V shape, so trying to straighten the legs, maybe doing one at a time. So my knees will never straighten in this shape, but it just forces the tissue, gets the blood flow in different ways. And maybe, if you can, just lifting the legs up towards the ceiling. If you need to hold the back of the knees, do that. Just allowing the blood flow just to drain with gravity back to the heart. All the waste that gets carried by the blood, you expel, you breathe out. Even close down the eyes. You can move the toes, the feet in the air if you feel, inwards, outwards. Maybe scrunching and pointing the toes up, flexing and pulling them down. And then just bend the knees, let the feet come flat. Push the feet down and try to lift the hips up. So it's the bridge or the wedge. Thighs come on. Your arms and palms can be like train tracks, pushing down into the floor. Even shoulders push back into the floor. Holding and breathing. Some of you will enjoy lifting the heels as well. So you'll raise onto the toes and balls of the feet. I'm again focusing my breath into the belly, getting that basically where there's an area of tension, the gut response, the gut instinct. There's a whole plexus of nerves here that respond to outer stimuli, to emotion, or our emotional responses to others, and to our thoughts. And slowly let the spine roll down. Draw the knees in. You can give yourself a bit of a hug and squeeze. Rock a little bit side to side. Then we're going to do a twist. So feet are flat. Lift your right leg up over the left, like you're crossing. Arms can be out like a T shape. And then I want you to drop your knees to the right, or if you want, to the left. You can choose. So as long as you've got a leg cross, letting the knees fall out one way, look with the head the opposite way the knees are pointing. So my knees are out to the right, so I look over my left and take some breath. Notice how that feels. So for me, I have a little bit of a cramp about to happen and sort of in my rib cage, so I just adjust. I breathe into that cramp. And it just slowly sort of softens and it moves a little bit. Maybe I need to move and shuffle a little bit as well. So always adjusting what works for you. Unhook the legs, uncross, come back up, and we'll do the other way. So left leg, or whichever side you're on, cross the other way and drop out the opposite way you've just been. So I've now lifted left over right and I'm dropping out to the left. And I'm looking the opposite way. So this time I'm looking to the right, away from where the knees are pointing. And just gently unhook the legs there. Well done. Come back to center. So now just going to lift the right ankle, cross it over the left knee. It's the figure 4 stretch. If you can, get your hands to grab that left leg and try to pull it in towards you. I pull both my toes back to my knees, and that just keeps the legs active, lower legs, helps my knees feel solid and safe. Some of you will be able to reach through and grab hold of even the front of the left knee as well. I like to wriggle and move a little bit, and that gently pulls into this outer right hip area, the external rotator muscles, maybe a little bit of glutes as well. Lower that leg and we'll cross the other way. Left ankle, right knee. If you can, hands come through and try to pull that right leg towards you. Even if you're grabbing hold of material, maybe you can pull the front of the knee in towards you. Intensifies that stretch in the outer left hip. And I'm rocking again. And then slowly release that leg. Just stretch the legs out now. So final rest, final Sivasana. Letting your body just find the floor, stretching the legs out. If you need a cushion under the knees, under the head, whatever works for you. Your palms can be face up, shoulders, even squeezing the shoulder blades together. Hands are out from the body a couple of inches. My feet are flopping to the side. Now take a deep breath into the belly and side out through the mouth. 2 more like that. One more like that. Then just let yourself go. Let the body be still. Feel supported by the floor. Releasing into the floor. Just gently, just very gently, starting to become aware of your body. You can deepen the breathing. Wriggle fingers and toes, just slowly bringing your awareness and consciousness back into the space. You can start to move the physical body, lift the arms, stretch from fingertip to toe. You can roll both ways, so roll over onto a hip and arch, both sides, or even just resting in recovery using your arm as a pillow. And when you're ready, and just slowly pushing yourself back up to a seat. Welcome back. We'll close the practice. And we'll just roll the shoulders forward and back. Move the head forward, windscreen wiping across the chest, side to side. Lifting the head, tilting ear to shoulder as far as you can go. Other way too. And then rotating, looking over both shoulders. And nice deep breath in. Raise your arms. Hands to prayer, back to the heart. Resting here, closing down the eyes. Just notice how you feel. Without judgment, just accepting how the body feels, the mind, emotions. And hopefully, as we practice and as we work with these practices, each time you come to a class or a session, there is change that you'll feel, that you've shifted any kind of stuck, felt emotion, or even just a sense of fatigue or tiredness. So we'll take a deep breath in and we'll sigh it out. And we'll inhale for Om. So that vibration moves through and seals the practice. Thumbs can touch the eyebrow center, clear thoughts. Our lips for clear speech. And in the heart space, that acceptance of yourself just as you are. As we bow in respect for each other, to those in the world, accepting them just as they are. Have an awesome day. I hope this practice was worthwhile and beneficial, and I'll see you soon.